All right, here we go. We're back in the mix. We got the man here right now. Trav4Oilers back on the channel. What's up, man?
What's up, Doug? Doing well, man. How are you?
Another episode. Here we go, Doug.
All right.
What's going on?
Well, just letting her buck here. Just getting ready to, have a great day.
Where are you hiding these days, man?
Somewhere on Earth.
Somewhere on there. I like the negative space you got in the background right now. Looks familiar, bro.
Looks different.
So what's going on, Trav? What are you up to today?
Just unboxing a couple packages, getting ready for next episode of Mail Time. People love Mail Time these days. So
yeah, you had a little mail time going on yesterday's episode. Really liked the video yesterday, dude. Thanks a lot for the shout out too. The Buttendz removal video inside the vlog. That was epic, man.
How to take them off? Yeah.
That was great. Fun to be in the chat while all that was going on. The chat was buzzing yesterday.
Yeah, I think we had 1350 out for yesterday's premiere.
Super sick, man. And great video on Monday as well. You did the breakout of your old team, going into the locker room to gather your old gear. Man, I got to be honest with you, man. That gave me such a memory. I pretty much had a similar situation when I was playing junior. I asked for a trade for my junior hockey team, to which they denied me the trade. And then I didn't know what else to do, so basically snuck in there at like 5:30 in the morning, packed up all my equipment, left the locker room, and got a call that later that day that I got traded to Cleveland. They got a new team. So when I saw your video on Monday, I was like, man, this is super sick, man. Trav's doing it the right way here. Talk a little bit about the breakout.
Yeah, dude, it's stressful. Like first off, like we live in an hour, about like 45 minutes, an hour away from the rink. So we're transporting all of our stuff from where we're living to the bus stop, to the bus, to the train station, down the train, to the hotel, back, repeat that 3 times. And then, so that's about like a 3-hour trip each way. Like there and back by the time like we're all sitting, that's about 3 hours to leave the place and come back. Yeah. So I did that about 3 times, and then had to go get the equipment from the rink. Now, luckily we had a driver for the last go round, so we got picked up by Big Save Dave, and he dropped us off at the rink, and we got all of our stuff. But it's stressful, man. Like trying to get your stuff and hoping that like nobody sees you. So it's like, well, I'd like to leave here peacefully. I don't want any issues, and I also don't want them trying to hold my equipment hostage when it's my equipment that I've paid for myself. Yeah. So
did you think there was a chance that they were going to do that, or I mean, did they have any idea that you were going to be going in there to get your stuff out of there?
I don't think they had any idea, because we quit the team, we left, right? And there's always that chance, like it's a busy rink, it's a community run rink, and there's always people around, there's always coaches, there's always players, staff, whatnot. So the fact that we were able to get in there on a night where all the teams were playing away games except for the important people, all the important people were out at away games, and there's just a Zamboni driver and a bunch of kids in the rink. He let me in the rink, and we go in the room. He opens up the door, and my bag's gone. Like my bag is gone. And I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? Like, where's my equipment? And I'm like, shit. Where is it? I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. They must have stashed it in one of the other rooms. So I ended up getting the Zamboni guy to, we go through a couple of rooms. We find the room, and my gear is locked up in a cage, right? And like, there's like a lock on it.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, the only hope I have is to climb up this cage and try to like squeeze through the top, get my bag and bring it out. And so I did that. I climbed up there. I didn't want to film the Zamboni driver to tip anybody off, but I climbed up this cage. I just squeaked through barely. Like I make myself as skinny as possible. I get in there, and then I pull my bag out, and then I go. Me and Sweens, we collect all of our stuff. We head her out, and that was it. We're gone.
Yeah, man.
The only thing left in my stall was my pegs.
Captured it in the video. Really nice, man.
Yeah, it came across just the way, almost exactly the way that I felt.
Nice, bro. So what else is going on, man? What else you got going on this week?
Big video tomorrow. Going down to the airport. That'll be a good one for tomorrow's video to finish off. We got a surprise Sunday upload, little Q&A special, and then next week, Monday. Monday is the decision day. Monday is the go home, or metaphorically shit or get off the pot. So
what, Monday's video? The fans will be able to find out what's happening for you.
Yep. It's a little bit of a cliffhanger, but it's a good one.
Nice, bro. I was thinking, what too would be fun is if we could do one of these Zooms, we could get like maybe like a call-in segment and like have somebody call in randomly with questions. I don't know about like giving out my cell phone number. What do you think, dude?
We could try that.
Gave it away and just like dealt with like prank calls or what?
It's kind of like the Sunday Night live stream.
Yeah, Sunday night live stream's pretty good. Thanks a lot for tuning in last Sunday. Surprise guest for us there. That was pretty exciting.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah. So what's going on up? What's going on where you're living these days, Trav? It's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard to talk to you when I'm talking to your, Trav. There's Trav 2 weeks in the past that's got the jobs, and then there's live Trav today, Trav, who is coy with his whereabouts.
I'm just trying to live my best life with the restrictions at hand, and trying to make the most.
What do you think about? What do you think about some of the crazy restrictions that we're dealing with right now? Hockey player, how is it affecting you?
Just I got a headache thinking about this shit. Like, it's just it gets to a point where you start thinking, like, how long is this going to go on for? They told us back in March or whenever, like, oh, it's only going to be a couple weeks. We're going to lock it down for a bit, try to make sure everybody's safe. We want to prioritize the health and safety and the capacity and the working occupancy of the hospitals and the health centers. It's been almost a year, and it's only getting worse. Like at what point?
It's crazy, and I think it's going to get crazier. To be honest with you, people are emboldened by these lockdowns, and I think there's a lot of, honestly, man, there's a lot of support for people. Like, yeah, let's lock it down, let's keep it safe. I feel like people are, once you have the masses saying, yeah, let's do it, then it becomes easier for everybody just to to shut it down. I feel badly for a lot of young players that are being forced to have nothing to do, essentially. Like, they can't you can't go and stay healthy, work on your game. It's tough times for people out there.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's on the same page of, like, let's move on and get back to normalcy. But I think you have one half of the people who say, I think we get back to normalcy by locking everything down and getting rid of the virus altogether. And obviously that would be the longer way to do it. And then you have the other half that says, let's just let the virus run rampant and let her be, and let's get back to normal that way. But at the end of the day, everybody wants to get back to normal. Some people want to take the extreme route. Some people want to be, a little more conservative. It's frustrating because from a health perspective, it's not healthy to be caged up like an animal for weeks on end in your house and only being able to go to the grocery store, or the gas station, or the pharmacy. You know what I mean? Like people need to express themselves. Express themselves in the form of creativity. Whether you want to go for a walk, you want to play sports, you want to go play your guitar, you want to go out to a restaurant to eat, you want to experience something. Like we're creatures of curiosity, shall we say. And honestly, it's sickening to watch. It's sickening to watch some of the things that are going on these days. And it's unfortunate that people are dying and whatnot, but it's a part of life. I was thinking to myself the other day, honestly, I was thinking to myself the other day, you think 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, you were just praying that your death wasn't getting skinned alive, or dropped in a boiling pot of water, or firing squad, what might have been like the best way to die. And now you fast forward to today, we're worried about some of the problems that are out there, like dying from COVID 10 times better than what was happening 500 years ago. Like we've just gotten so soft. Just as a culture, the world has gotten so soft. There's no toughness. There's no grit anymore. It's just, I want things my way, and I want it now, and I don't want to work for anything, right? And if things aren't going my way, I'm just gonna bitch and I'm gonna moan about it until somebody does something about it. Well, it doesn't work that way. It's not how the world works. Everybody's just so self-entitled these days, and I think it's really shined through in these last 9 to 10 months. People will always remain the same. Just because you make $1 million, or $10 million more than I did, or the next person, doesn't change who you are as a person. It just makes you a bigger version of who you are, right? And the people that are sitting and moaning on their couches, making excuses, and the people that are coming up, the experts that are coming up with what's going on in the world, it's just a bigger version of what they are. It's I'm not gonna get too conspiratorial on you, but I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of the horse shit.
Yeah, man,
it's
crazy because it's for me. It's funny to watch the rules that they're making up, and like how they think they're going to be able to control the virus, and like they're saying like, oh, the restaurants need to be. You have a 10 p.m. curfew. Like, what is the point of it? Like, who came up with that arbitrary number of 10 p.m. or you need to have 30% occupancy? Like, that to me is absolutely ridiculous. Like everybody's funneling into the grocery stores. Everybody's coming in contact with everybody else. And it's funny to think that we're, thinking that we're going to stay safe by being stuck at home. And then like, I don't know, man, I don't buy it, to be honest with you, man. So I'm in the same boat with you, man.
It's ridiculous, dude. It really, really is. Just fear mongering, the control. Just let's move on.
Yeah, dude. Well,
Tired of it.
I mean, what are you doing to, keep yourself, prospering on the up and up, stay healthy? Are you thinking about? I mean, I am. Dude. I'm doing the best things I can do to, excel during the current climate that we're in. Obviously, everything got stripped away. Like my schedule got flattened. I was living in New York City before the lockdown, and I didn't want to live there anymore. It was feeling pretty insane with the lockdowns, and all the parks were closed. The police officers were everywhere, hassling everybody. I had run-ins with the NYPD. I was like, man, this is enough of this. So I came down to Puerto Rico. I've been like, I can paddle out into the water and surf. Hopefully they keep that open. Staying active, working out. But, what are you doing, man? What are you doing to keep yourself?
There's not much you can do. It feels like almost like they're taking away all your power, all your control. Like they're taking away your life. You know what I mean? Like everybody's becoming soldiers, and even the soldiers are having their lives taken away because they're having to deal with people protesting and stuff. Like, I'll be honest with you, like seeing how things were done in North America for 6 months of the pandemic, and then going over to Europe, going over to see how Sweden does things and how things were life-wise, culture-wise. And I will credit that the way Swedes live is a lot more different than North Americans, like a very introverted, very antisocial. They like to space themselves out from one another. Like they really don't like interaction with each other, which contributes to the success they've had with having an open economy, an open world versus over here, and the numbers are the same. But at the same time, I'm seeing what works and I'm seeing what doesn't. Like regardless of the fact, when I'm in the subway, when I'm in the train station, and I'm shoulder to shoulder with 200 people in this one train car, and you can't sit here and tell me that there's something different going on in Sweden than there is in North America. Like everybody in that train station should be coming down with the virus, and from what they make it out to be, a quarter of the people should be in the hospital, but it's not. Like when I was in Sweden, like taking the train, 2 trains every single day, 2 to 3 trains every single day, 7 days a week, shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, sometimes I take the train at a less busy time. Some days I go during rush hour, but and there's gonna be people that are say, "Oh, you're asymptomatic, you have no symptoms." Well, why is Sweden the way that it is? It's just a crock of shit.
Yeah, man, it's crazy times, dude, and it got political, and the opportunists have taken over created an opportunity for themselves to increase their power, and you see a lot of hypocrisy, coming out of the decision makers here. With the data has been pretty bad since the beginning. I mean, you and I were together, when the whole pandemic first started. We were just talking about the other day, coming off of our big road trip, we started to hear about the coronavirus when we were in Minnesota, and then. It was interesting to watch how everything, came, the coronavirus hit in March and nobody knew anything about it. And then they just started making these haphazard decision making. Like, at first you don't wear a mask because that, that doesn't stop the virus. Then it was, oh, you better wear a mask and, but just don't touch it with your hands. And now you see everybody just constantly touching their masks and playing with their face. And I mean, to think that you're going to avoid germs by, not doing things in life. I mean, I personally don't subscribe to that belief. And like, I'm the kind of person who I want to keep my immune system strong by being active. I want to expose myself to pathogens, not avoid them. To think that you can avoid an unseen pathogen to me is not a very wise way of living. You're going to expose if your immune system is not strong, you're going to compromise yourself and make yourself susceptible to illness, not, fight against it. So yeah, man, I'm with you, man. I don't subscribe to a lot of this stuff, but unfortunately, we're both kind of in a situation where, when they lock down everything around us, it affects our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that all hockey's being shut down pretty much everywhere and rinks are being closed, that affects my life. It affects your life. So, I'm trying to figure out the best way to move forward in it, but definitely, a little suspect about being told what to do by a bunch of people who 5 minutes ago said they didn't know anything about it and they didn't know what, what the solutions were. Now everybody knows, oh yeah, we need to lock down and close down. And I think there's going to be a lot of unintended consequences that happen because of it.
At the end of the day, no matter what way you look at it, everybody's got to die. Everybody's got a day. Honestly, you got a day, I got a day. You and I both don't know it, but we do have a day. Mine could be tomorrow. Mine could be in 80 years from now. You have no idea. And although I take a tremendous amount of heat for it online, if I've made the most out of my time, I can honestly say I couldn't have done anything more. You know what I mean? Like if I'm out living my life to my fullest, I'm trying to go around, I'm trying to find ice, trying to find skates, I'm trying to see people that I care about and whatnot. If I get the virus and I die, or whatever the case may be, I can at least say I lived my life to the fullest and I squeezed every ounce out of it that I possibly could, as opposed to living in my basement, or living in fear, living in a tortoise's shell, or just any of that kind of BS. Like,
Yeah, dude, I hear you, man. I lost my father 3 years ago, and then I lost my best friend 2 years ago. It wasn't about some virus. It was, life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to deal with these deaths very close to me when, life was back before, when life was normal. And now all of a sudden it's Corona, and everyone's so afraid of death. It's, I don't know, man. For me, it's hard to really, I don't know, feel like understand it, to be honest with you, man. Having just had to deal with, burying my father and my best friend, not very long ago. I just have sort of a, I have an appreciation for life. I'll tell you that, because like you said, man, life is short and you never know. You could be, there's a million other things that can kill you other than coronavirus, if you really want to look at it. I don't worry about that stuff. And again, just try to be the healthiest that you can be and excel in the time that we're living. So.
It's a miracle we live on a day-to-day basis, considering how many ways there are to die on a day, like the amount of obstacles you run into and the amount of things that occur on a day-to-day basis. The fact that this is what you're worried about, of all the things.
Yeah, man. People are gonna literally flush years of their lives down the drain, sitting around waiting for the so-called leaders to tell you that it's safe to go outside without fear of dying of the unseen virus that's out there. It's just nuts, man. It's literally out of a it's out of a novel. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is
out of a movie, man.
Yeah, this is nuts, man. But it is what it is, man. But yeah. So what else? What else? Besides that, what else is going on, man? You just dealing with your YouTube videos, or obviously people have a lot more time to be watching your content, I bet, eh?
Yeah, that's one upside. People got nothing better to do than sitting at home watching the videos and clicking on that subscribe button, hopefully. But it's just a crazy time, dude. I can't wait to be able to go. Like, I was saying to myself, like, I texted you. I was looking back at some of the footage from some of our trips, like our Florida trip and going down to Minneapolis, and remember just like the simplicity of just I get in the car, go down to the airport. I go through the airport security, little pat down. That's the biggest worry of my day, just getting patted down by the security officer. After that, it's cool runnings all the way down to Florida, Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, like wherever you want to go. It's smooth sailing. You get all the way down there, we can go skate. We can skate a full ice time, for an hour. No masks, no BS, no signing, no temperature checks, and just go and play the game, enjoy the game in its purest form. After that, you want to go for some coffee. We can go have a good talk. We can social. we can get a cup of Joe in. Get a cup of Joe and get her in, and just have a good talk, socialize, catch up. And reflect on life. People watch. That's one of my favorite things to do. I miss people watching so much. Go do that. Go for dinner. Head back to the hotel. Go for a nap. Head down to the beach in Florida. Just do the simplest of shit and just have a fun time. Just enjoy life's simplest of things. And you can't even do that anymore.
Oh man, but it's made me appreciate what we had, and again, like there's. I'm trying my hardest to, I'm not going to let these years just rip by me, man. Like I'm going to, I've been like trying to do the best I can to, be healthy and excel and like, connect with, the audience of Buttendz and stay connected to, the hockey community. I know a lot of hockey players, had their seasons taken away. So it's, it's been a trying time, but yeah, I look forward to the day of getting back together with you and getting on the road and, just having some normalcy back in the hockey world. Hey.
I have a feeling the next time that we meet up in person, it's going to be the start of something semi-normal, which will be really nice and really great. But fuck, I can't wait for that to come. I really can't.
Hey, man. So what do you got, man? You got video drops tomorrow. You went back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You scrapped the daily drops. What happened?
Tried the daily for a week. I was getting carpal tunnel from replying to all the comments. So back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday with the surprise Sunday upload this week.
Surprise Sunday, a little Q&A with Trav.
You know it.
How does somebody get on the Q&A with Trav? Like, what do you got to do?
Leave a question on the channel. Leave a question on one of the videos. Leave a question on my Instagram Q&A polls.
Okay, nice. Good way to get in touch.
Very simple.
If anybody's watching it and they want to reach out, like, what's the best way to reach Trav? Like, what's the best way that they're going to see it? Comment on a YouTube video?
I mean, the best way is to show up my doorstep and ask me a question, but I prefer not if that wasn't the case. Instagram DMs are crazy these days. I literally don't have enough time in the day to reply to everybody. And to anybody who's watching them,
what are some of the most common questions that you get like daily from people? What do people want to know about you?
just advice on hockey, consulting on goaltending, hockey advice, life advice, questions about the vlog, questions about what I'm doing, questions about when the next video is coming up, uncertainty about the previous video, the people that, are inspired by the videos I'm creating, just a lot of common things, a lot of advice related things, but it's a lot of similar reoccurring questions quite frequently.
Do you have like a standard box of answers that you just fire back at people, or do you like do individual replies?
I try to tell everybody, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate the fact that you spend your free time to watch what I'm putting out, which is awesome.
That's cool.
I really do appreciate that. I don't know, on a case-by-case basis, I try to reply to, and like sometimes like I open messages and I can't reply to it because like there's just something like I woke up this morning and I had like 100 new messages and like I can't burn through that many messages all day long because if I do, that's all I'm going to do is just reply to messages.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to give everybody the best reply that I can.
That's good, man. So what are you up to for the rest of the day today, man? How's your day been, and like what do you got daily planned?
I'm gonna go for a nap and try to have a dream about when we were in Florida and try to forget all this.
Hey, work up a little dream.
Teenage dream, back to the good old days.
Yeah, man. What about your workouts? You've been staying on the grind, staying in shape during the season?
I haven't touched a weight in 3.5 months.
So what are you gonna do, man? How's your body feel after that? Like, how do you feel?
My body feels really good. I've been focusing a lot on stretching, mobility, stuff like that. Jesus Christ.
Take yourself a nap, dude.
Yeah, I know. Time change.
You need to take disease.
Just focusing on getting the body feeling good. I mean, it's tough with every gym in North America closed, but and even in Sweden, living nowhere near a gym, tough go.
Man. I mean, dude, that's why I'm like in my world, man. It's literally everything is outside. Everything is in the fresh air. I do a ton of like going to the park, doing workouts outside in the sunshine. I know and obviously it's getting colder up north, but like even man, when I'm living up north too, like I like to use the cold as like as a motivator. Get out into the freezing cold, have a workout, just be outside. You got to stay healthy, man. You got to stay moving around. I think being moving your body is a key, especially for athletes, for longevity as well. So, we want to keep you healthy, Trav.
Oh yeah, stay healthy,
bro. All right, man. Well, go get yourself a nap, and thanks for coming on today. And we'll check back in here next week as well if you want.
Good luck.
All right, man. Talk to you soon, bro.
Talk later, man.
All right, guys. Later.